Mic check and screen share check, please. All right. Good evening, guys. Ken of Tortoise Capital Nightly Strategy Podcast for August 29th, 2024. Start with some sniper trades of the day. These are all on 10-minute charts. And we'll start with EWZ, Brazil. 10 minutes. Yesterday's close, big gap down, the OR10. And we get short with the standard risk box in yellow. And we get about a half of an R, taking the skin of the dragon exit here. So that's about 0.5. We get short and lose about 0.2. That one just never really got going. I tried the PSAR flip, like almost an SSC. I was forcing it. Maybe 0.3. So that trade and that trade scratch were up about 0.5 for the day. There was just nothing happening in EWZ. Very surprising given the size of the gap down, but that's the way it rolls sometimes. Next up, XLE, the Energy Spider. 10 minutes again. There's the close. Here's the gap up to here. I take the breakout and it falls back to earth right away and scratches. It then breaks down below the 10, the opening range 10. So I get short with that same standard risk. And this collects about that's about a half an hour. It reverses when it crosses the VWAP. I get long, standard risk. I take the skin or the spine of the dragon exit for about an R. So this one was 0. This one was about 0.5. This one's about 1.0. Caught a 2 reentry. Comes into the station to the PSAR exit for about 0.5. So that nets out to about 2 for the day in XLE. I was pretty happy with that. We got realigned pretty well. And adapted to the direction of the market. All right, this one is SPY. 10 minutes. Here was the close. Here was the open. That sets up the OR10. I play the breakdown. I lose 1 right away. I take the I treated that as a COTA 2 because it came back and held support at the VWAP. So I got long again. Gain about 1.2, caught a 2 reentry, 0.2. Breaks below the Bollinger Band mean and the VWAP, and a collapsing dragon off this dip. And that one, the whole market was in a meltdown mode there, and that gained about 3. So pretty happy with that, staying with that, the basic trade inside the market. So that's 3. This is about 0.3. This is 1, and that's minus 0.5. So that is 2.2. No, 3.2, sorry. 3.2. So happy with that one. Last one. This is Alcoa. That's the big opening range 10. I take a 1-2 exit as it crosses the VWAP and the R10 has rolled up. For an R, caught a 2 reentry for a fraction. So that's about 1.2. There's 1, there's 0.2. So that's about 1.2 net. So a lot of grinding today, but it was rewarded. The only trade we have from the traders. And if you're a student of foundations or the coaching, this is free chicken. If you post your charts, you're going to get feedback. This is Tim, and he's joining our cohort 4 that starts up the first week of October. There's still time to sign up for a coaching program. It's an annual coaching program. It's the best value around, I think. This one was, he gets short here. It reverses, and he takes a half an hour loss. This was the gap down, so he put this bracket on it, and he got the short, and then minus 0.5. He takes the entry and exit, re-entry and exit. So minus 0.5 and then 1.5 nets out to 1. So stay with it, stay focused. Don't be emotionally tied to it. Each trade is the first trade of the next 1,000. All right, let's take a look at the trade report today. All right, we'll look at, oops, let me come back to the health checks. All right, so the 150-day look back, I should say, excuse me. Yep, 150-day look back. 30-day look back. Let's just go. Here's today's range. We're pushing near the all-time high, which happened about 2 days off the chart. So we're right at vicinity all-time high. Very narrow 5-day range, narrow 10-day range. The 30-day range is still suffering from that sell-off and recovery, but we're starting to compress and find that trading range inside here. That 5-day range is ready to support a breakout or a breakdown in either direction. As we get closer and closer to the election and the silly season of politics, hold on to your hat. And you can just see the oscillation of the last 10 days. This is 30-minute charts, 10-day oscillation, and the anchored VWAP of the 10-day, which is that blue line, is barely moved, and the 5 is barely moved, and the 3 is barely moved, all pointing at 560, excuse me, to be the fair value right now. Come on, dummy. So our fair value is right around 560. Those are all the anchored VWAPs, and you have equal distance to the high and low of the 5-day range. So that is as sideways as you want. Don't be in a hurry to trade it. Now that NVIDIA has weathered the storm, I'm expecting to see some speculators looking to buy on dips. I'm going to add more. Market is bullish normal, long-term overbought, short-term oversold slightly. The volatility is beginning to roll over and diminish after an exaggerated spike. As you can see, that's starting to roll over. We're still in risk on, but still abnormally volatile. That actually favors the long side. The Qs, the technology is still on a buy on dip opportunity. NVIDIA, Intel, XLK, the S&P Tech, and the Microsoft, all on max pain, so they have the most ground to make up. Coca-Cola and JP Morgan are dominating in the min pain category. Some big 6-month breakouts, JP Morgan, Coke, 3M, and Travelers. Weakness in NVIDIA, dominating the news. In the ETFs, breakouts in EPP, Asia less Japan, and industrials. And let's see. Yeah, I just want to we've want you to notice that when you get an extreme reading on the 30-day and it reverses, what you get is this kind of move till it rolls over. And then when it breaks back into normal and just traverses down, you get this move. When it is in this sideways chop, but it's above the yellow river, you get a really nice grinding upward move. So the black line, that Z-score of the 30-period regression line, that is a good measurement of relative market health. Like, I just want to show you again, when it's above the yellow zone, that's a grinding upward market. The fact that here it couldn't get below the 50-yard line, the zero line, but reversed, that was actually a strong upward signal. When it does cross the zero line is when you start getting those sell-offs. When it reverses outside of the yellow zone, you get these long upward moves. And we've already had this one. And now what we've got is stabilizing. And now this is probably going to all just start grinding sideways until the election would be my guess. All right, that's everything for today. We'll get this published and posted. Take good care, and we'll catch you tomorrow.